In today's video, we're touring the best resale and new construction homes currently for sale in Easton Park. This home I'm standing in right now is $100,000 lower than when it was originally listed. So you're definitely going to want to check out these two homes. We're going to get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here, your local Easton Park real estate expert. If you're thinking of making a move to the Easton Park neighborhood, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on the latest real estate news. You know, I was a teacher for 10 years before I jumped into real estate, and I found that a lot of the skills and values that were important to me as an educator have transferred over really well into being a realtor. Being honest, having a good work ethic, high effective communication, and just making sure people get the deals they're looking for, and specifically the property they're looking for, is still really important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All of that can be found in the description below. I'd love to help you and your family find the perfect home in our beautiful neighborhood. All right, let's go check out the first home, which is the resale deal of the month. So here's the resale deal of the month. This is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,213 square foot home listed at $450,000. This is a 1-story home. It's a Pacesetter, built in 2021. We're in Kiki Park, so southern part of Easton Park now. In 10 years, this will be central Easton Park. And we're right off Apogee, okay? I'll pan around so you can kind of see where we're at. So one of those courtyard homes, this is Apogee. And then across there is actually where we're gonna go next as one of the new construction deals that we're gonna talk about. So very close to each other, but let's check this one out. So the first thing I'll say, actually, before that, the reason this is a deal of the month, the way I do this, right, is I look at what's available, I list it by price per square foot, and I start by looking at what's the lowest price per square foot in the neighborhood. A home this size, on average, for the neighborhood, is $225 per square foot, okay? That's the average for a 2,200 square foot home in Easton Park. This one comes out to $203 per square foot. So this is well under price per square foot, comparably sized homes in Easton Park that are resale, just looking at resale, okay? Cool, so this front patio is fantastic. We have a few steps to get to, about 3 steps, but this is really wide. And I like that they kept a couple chairs here to really show you have so much space here. And then you're not having a front neighbor, right? Now there is gonna be traffic here, so not ideal, but you can tell even from me just standing here, there's not a lot of traffic in the middle of the day. You know, evening, morning, yes, this is an exit to Easton Park, so there will be more traffic here, but it's all residents of Easton Park, nobody else. I love this beautiful white stone, the dark wooden beams, and then we have the white hardy plank. Very cool. Beautiful front door, the frosted glass there, so you have natural light coming in, and then all the exterior doors are 8 foot tall. I wish the interior doors were also 8 foot tall because the ceilings are high all the way through this house. So that is a little bit of a bummer, not a huge deal, but just something I noticed. To the left here, we have some storage. And then the main living area. So I was walking around turning on lights. I don't know if Pacesetter still sells this floor plan. It's similar to some of their others, but there's just certain features I was like, I don't think I've seen this before. So it's another benefit of getting a deal with resale is you can get a floor plan that's no longer available in Easton Park. We'd have to check with Pacesetter, but I'm pretty sure, at least I've never been in a floor plan exactly like this before. So we have living area over here, window, bunch of windows, really cool bench at the bottom there, perfect for the cat owners in the world, right? They can just watch people running by, blowing leaves off the road. And then lots of area for your formal dining. Island's a little small. I do wish the island was a bit bigger, especially because the sink is in it and it's not a single basin sink. Again, it's something I prefer, just having all that open space. We do have quite a lot of countertop space on the left side here. And then gas grill range, 5-burner range with the microwave above. Really interesting backsplash design. I think the design works well. I'm not the biggest fan of dark cabinets, but I think it works well in this house. Corner pantry, plenty of room in there. And I like these pendant lights that go up here, it's nice. I do wish there was a little bit more consistency throughout. So we have the silver faucet, but then we went with the black pendant lights, and then we have no, no handles on the cabinets here. Little things I wish there was a little bit more synchronicity. And then this is the first entrance to the side patio, right? So Pacesetter, Newmark, with these, they're courtyard homes, so you're not having the typical backyard. You have this side yard that goes either side. Actually walk that way. Really like this huge industrial fan they put out here. That's something else you're never gonna get with new construction. They always just put 1 or 2 fans in the property. So you see we have this, oh, interesting. I didn't even see that. So we have like a side entrance. I got behind that closet. That's interesting. And then looks like we have rocks down the side, and then it looks like more yard back there. This is the main yard space. Pretty good amount of privacy. Nice thing about this lot placement and this house in general is it's swung the same way as that house. So it's always awkward with Pacesetter when their patio is right there, right? You're just facing each other. This, you're looking at the side of their house, and so you're not just staring at someone else, having a party in their yard while you have friends over. And then this is a really good amount of space. And I like the amount of shade you get here too. So yeah, this is really private. So a little private area with 2 access points, but we'll get to the second access point in a second. All right, let's continue. I can talk for days. Okay, wall of windows like that, walking down the hallway. We do have tile flooring throughout, which looks great. And like I said before, super tall ceilings throughout. Again, I just wish the doors were just a little bit taller interior. It's a small upgrade that they didn't go for. Fans in every bedroom, which is nice. This is a 4-bedroom. They're all gonna be carpeted. Carpet's in good condition, and they're all decent size. We have a Jack and Jill situation here, so here's the first sink, toilet, shower, second sink. I will say, this bummed me out. That's nasty. There's just dead stuff. I don't know what they are, gnats, fruit flies. That needs to be taken care of. If you're listing a home and it's vacant, just make sure your realtor or yourself is swinging by the house every now and then, just to check on it. Even the sheets on the island were outdated and had an old price on them. So yeah, this could be showed a little bit better, but I'm looking past those small imperfections and just kind of looking at the price of the house, the lot placement, and the condition. So like I said, carpet looks in great condition. This looks like it's barely been lived in. Really nice sized closet for a guest bedroom too, / kids room. That's perfect for a small family, right? You have the 2 bedrooms with a connecting bathroom. Really good if you have 2, 3 kids. Here is our garage. It's a 2-car garage. I would say 2+, maybe 2.5. So pretty good amount of space from the wall to the garage door. Really good amount of space there. We're looking at about 3 feet there. So you can actually comfortably fit 2 cars in here. And then we have this extra storage on the side too. Utility room back here. And then, actually skip the office, we'll go back there. So this is the primary, beautiful. I love the 3 windows all along that wall there. Looking out to Apogee, and this really showcases how well Pacesetter built this house because it's very quiet in this house. Even when I see a car go by, maybe one will go by while I'm talking right now, but when I was in here earlier turning the lights on, you could see it, but you couldn't hear it, and that's perfect, especially standing next to a window, especially being, in the bedroom. You don't want to hear the outside world. So they did a good job with insulating this. I was vamping. I was hoping a car would go by as I was talking. You have to take my word for it. Or you can schedule a show and you can experience it for yourself. But I like the amount of windows, right? They put the 2 there, 3 across there, like I said, looking out to your yard. And then a really nice bathroom. Love the clean tile on the floor here. Very large walk-in shower, that little accent of tile there, stones. Natural light, really cool natural light here. I'm so used to seeing just a big square. That's how most builders do it now. This is just a little bit more stylized and actually lets in more natural light with the garden tub, which looks pretty deep, not very wide, but that's just a 6'1" person talking. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find a tub that I like. Separated sinks either side. You see what I'm talking about? Like now we have black faucets. It's all over the place, people. And then now you got the silver, like pick one, pick one. Closet's pretty good amount of space too. Just a rectangle, but plenty of space in here. And again, in good condition. I'm surprised with how good the carpet looks specifically. It's usually the thing. Just to show y'all, very deep linen closet, and then toilets. Yeah, they did a good job of keeping this house in really clean condition. Except for those gnats in the bathtub. Last thing, because I skipped it by accident, over here, so we have a half bath. Nothing too special. That tile needs to be cleaned. The grout, I should say. And then you have this, so this is what's counting as our 4th bedroom. It's technically not a bedroom because it has to have a closet in Texas to be counted as a bedroom. So this is realistically a 3-bedroom plus a study. But I really like this study because you have this wall of windows. I would not put a curtain here. Like this is already way too dark. I would open that guy up. It's nice, especially if you have dogs like me where you're working at home, you can just open this door and they can easily get in and out from here, or maybe you change the door to have a doggy door in there. But it's a good amount of space, like that there's no carpet in here. Again, ceiling fan. So yeah, there you go. That is the resale deal of the month, the Pacesetter. Now we're gonna check out a Newmark, which is the new build. There's actually a lot of Newmarks for sale on Dongan. So actually, to give you some background, I'm gonna go there right now. I'm going to open 3 of the houses that are all heavily reduced in price. Then I'm gonna pick my favorite that I think is actually the best deal, and I'll see you at that one. So see you over there. All right, so this is the best deal of the month by far on Duncan Drive. This home has been here forever. So this is a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2,394 square foot home, also a 1-story. This is a Newmark home. We're right across the street from where we just were. This one's listed at $489,999, so $490,000. This was originally listed at $590,000, so they've dropped it $100,000. They're just trying to sell it. I'm not 100% sure why they're struggling. There's a little bit of noise from the traffic from inside, which is interesting because we're, again, a little bit further from the exact same street we were just on, and you can hear a little bit more in there. It's not too distracting though. So I'll kind of give you my thoughts as we're doing it, but it is a corner lot, massive front yard area, and then this is apogee, and we were right over there. Okay, so you get a sense of, actually we were right over there. That's the exact house we were just at, so very close, but no side neighbor. You'll have a shared driveway. I'll kind of come over here so you can see what I'm talking about. So your entrance is from back there, right? You can see my car. And then you have 4 driveways attached. Okay, that's how the courtyards work with Newmark and Pacesetter. Let's check this one out, see what you think. Honestly, when I was walking around, I was thinking, I think I like this one better than the resale, but I'll explain why. So we have 2 porch lights out here in the front, beautiful blue hardy plank with the stone in the bottom, or brick, stone brick. Decent amount of space here in the front. Very dark blue door, you have a natural light, very tall door. So this one is different I'm comparing it to the previous home listed at $450,000. It is different because it's not that was a 3-bed plus a study. They called it a 4-bed. This one's a 3-bed, no study, but a lot of open space here where you could easily make a study. So, oh, what am I talking about? The study is right here. Okay, disregard all of that. You can tell I didn't turn the light on here because I didn't even catch it. So there you go, it's exactly the same. It's a 3-bed plus a study. So we're comparing apples to apples. Broken window, and you get that fixed, replaced. So just a 1 window looking out to the front. We have luxury vinyl plank instead of tile. Tile in the last one, LVP here. Obviously this is brand new, so it's never been used before. LVP I prefer over tile. Personally, it's more scratch resistant and doesn't break. Very tall vaulted ceiling here. And I'll try to be quiet and see if you can hear road noise. don't know if you guys can hear, they're doing landscaping. It's not too bad. You can definitely hear it. I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but it's not too bad. But this is a massive open space here. I'll go to the right first. So we have our side yard, right? Nice thing about this, you don't have a neighbor there, so you don't have a wall blocking that beautiful blue sky. More of a traditional as far as we have a big plot here. So if you have a small dog, needs to do his business, it's right here. Really, really big patio space here with the gas outlet. And then the yard continues down there. But what I would do if I moved here is I would get some netting, right? Cover this up so I have a little bit more privacy. You know, put netting there and you're really not seeing anyone. But it's a little loud out here, I will say. So I think that might be the issue of why they're struggling to sell it. Still, $100,000 off is nuts. Kitchen is much nicer than the previous one. So we have a much larger island. We have a wraparound different color with the island versus these really interesting cabinets. Cabinets all have hardware. Last one didn't have that. Underlighting from the cabinets looks great. A thicker material for the countertop. Single basin sink. Last time only had the two. We have a built-in range with this one, so much more gourmet, where you have pull-outs underneath, so more storage, and then the built-in oven and built-in microwave. Yeah, this kitchen blows the last kitchen out the water. We can always negotiate appliances, so fridge, washer, dryer, I am confident we can get Newmark to include those. Look at this pantry. Massive, absolutely massive. This is pantry number 1. They got multiple pantries in this house. Here's the half bath. Pretty typical, nothing too exciting about it. Good placement though. And then this is your formal dining, or however you'd want to use it. So study, living, you could put a dining table here, or you could put it here, or you could put a dining table over there, and then this can be kid playroom. You can use it however you want. Over here is that second pantry. So you could use it as a pantry, you could also use it as just a storage space, put your board games, your DVDs, whatever you got to put away. Good amount of natural light coming in here. Super tall ceilings. And then I can briefly close in on, nice thing about new build is, and why most of my clients go the new build route, is because they just have great incentives right now. Everyone knows interest rates are high, they can buy them down. And so, you can kind of zoom in here, what they're offering. So they're doing for a conventional first year 4.99, and then moving on 5.99. And then FHA first year 3.99, then 4.99, and then 5.99 moving forward. Honestly, not the best incentives I've seen, especially top tier conventional rate today is 6.3. So 5.99 is lower, it's not that much lower. I have seen other builders offer 4.99 in the high 4s fixed. So something to consider. But another thing to consider is everything is negotiable. So if you really like this house, you see, okay, this is a good deal. They've lowered the price a ton. Price per square foot, I didn't bring that up. It's $204 price per square foot. The average for a new construction this size in Easton Park is $235. So this one is really low, much lower than the last one comparing to the average for comparable properties in the neighborhood. So this really is a good deal, definitely price per square foot. But we can negotiate, hey, we love it, we don't want a 5.99. Can you buy that down to 5.5? Make your monthly payment lower. They honestly will probably say yes, because they really just need to get this. It's almost been on the market for a year. So you have a lot of negotiating power if you know what you can ask for, right? So big reason why I would pick this one. You have more space, and you can probably get it for a lower monthly payment, even though it is listed higher than the previous home. Bedroom number 1. We have a shared bathroom. I like the tile. This all looks really nice. And then bedroom number 2, just the single windows. Nothing too exciting with these. Decent sized rooms though. Good sized closet for a guest room. No fan. They never put ceiling fans. I don't know why builders don't do that. And then we have a linen closet right here. garage. I actually didn't go in here. Let's see, what's the garage look like? We have an EV charger built in. That's a nice addition. Rain bird, we have the irrigation system. Tankless water heater that's gonna save you on your monthly bills. And as far as the width, pretty good. Actually pretty good, about 2 feet either side. So again, you could fit 2 cars in here with that shared driveway, or you can park right outside in the driveway like you saw I did. Here's the utility room, really beautiful tile on the floor here. No cabinets, so very similar to the previous home, but I do like the tile on the floor. It's a nice upgrade. And then really nice, long primary bedroom. Does have the ceiling fan. Wall of windows, looks great. Again, I would probably put some netting there, just have a little bit more privacy with people walking by on that sidewalk. And then the bathroom, we do have handles on all the cabinets here. If you hate this dark blue, that's also something I bet we could negotiate with this specific property of going, hey, repaint that, we don't like that. They would most likely say yes. Massive shower, absolutely massive shower. Ton of natural light coming in. We don't have a soaking tub, so if that is important to you, obviously the other property would be more your style, but I prefer this one. I don't really need a tub, I just want big shower space. So really nice with the tile flooring on the bottom there, and then floor to ceiling tile with the built-in shelf is a nice addition. I also like the separated sinks. Comparable size closet compared to the previous home. Feels like there's more places to hang stuff, maybe a tad bigger. And then we have our toilets and our linen closet. So there you go, those are the 2 deals of the month. Now, there are a bunch of homes for sale. When I pick these deals of the month, like I said, I mainly look at price per square foot and how long they've been on the market and how much have they reduced their price. But you know, it really depends on what are you looking for, what's your price range, what's important to you. Do you need a huge backyard? Well, then maybe the courtyard homes aren't gonna fit your lifestyle, right? So if you are thinking of buying or selling in Easton Park, make sure you talk with a realtor and get professional advice so you're not leaving money on the table. With me, you can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. I've lived in Easton Park for 5 years. I know this neighborhood extremely well. I know the future plans, which is important for down the road when you're looking to sell the property. Is the location good based on what's coming up, or are they gonna build commercial in your backyard and suddenly that view is terrible, right? So make sure you do speak with someone who's knowledgeable about the community you're looking for. Sorry about that. Of course, my alarm for my next appointment goes off the last 5 seconds of my outro, but reach out, give me a call. Even if you're not looking to buy anytime soon, happy to help you as a resident of the neighborhood, always happy to help a neighbor. And until next time, I hope to see you guys around the neighborhood.